Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as temperatures cool down, officials want you to be extra cautious of carbon monoxide poisoning. And one organization is delivering care packages to the unhoused community as they battle the cold.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Carmouche. We are at that 5 o'clock mark almost this Friday morning, and today is November 22nd. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, it is snowing.
It is snowing and it's quite cold. Something that you need to be careful on as you're heading onto the road this morning. So let's take a look at those current temperatures where you can really just see how cold it truly is. We are looking at the freezing mark for Hazard, Jonesville, Jackson, and Prestonsburg, 32. And it's even colder as you're heading towards Clintwood, 29 degrees. It will be warmer as you're heading towards the more westerly counties, Monticello at 40 degrees and Somerset at 37. But those temperatures will be warming up ever so slightly into the low 40s. Some places, again, being a little bit warmer than others, some being colder than others. But we will not be seeing much of a temperature change as you're going into your overnight hours on Friday, as those temperatures will stay relatively similar again. And as we look at that satellite and radar, you can see we do have that snow pushing through the area this morning, but we do have a transition to rain as we're going into our afternoon hours. Next 12 hours, though, we'll see those cold temperatures throughout the day. Sunrise at 7:21 a.m. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. Local fire departments are urging people to be aware of the dangers of carbon monoxide. That's as many people are turning on their heat for the first time as the temperatures drop. The Lexington Fire Department responded to 2 calls yesterday alone. Grayson Passmore tells us the ways you can stay warm and safe this season.
It's the first snow of the season, and the Lexington Fire Department has already responded to multiple carbon monoxide calls. One call Friday afternoon ended with 2 people being taken to the hospital.
We actually carry on all our medical bags, we have a portable carbon monoxide detector that we take with us, and that's what detected the carbon monoxide.
Fire crews were originally sent out on a medical run to a home on Byers Avenue. When they got there, their detectors alerted them to the carbon monoxide in the home. The department responded to another CO call just after 5. They found minimal carbon monoxide inside a home on Center Parkway due to outdoor tools inside. District Chief Matt Swiderski says this is why they encourage everyone to have a carbon monoxide detector in their home.
So carbon monoxide it's called incomplete combustion.
There are other things to be aware of when trying to keep warm, starting with best practices for using a space heater.
So never leave them unattended. So if you're going to sleep, unplug it, turn it off. If you're leaving the room, make sure to turn it off and make sure that we have 3 feet of clearance around there of anything that's flammable.
And if you're in need of smoke detectors, the Lexington Fire Department will come to you. They do install them for free. And so far this year, they've installed 6,500.
We'll go door to door in neighborhoods. If anybody wants them installed or checked, we'll do that.
In Lexington, Grayson Passmore, WKYT.
Crews say the most common call they get this time of year is from people turning their furnaces on for the first time. They say there can be an odd smell like something is burning, but that is common. If you are worried, they say call them and they will come check it out for you. Snowy forecasts can lead to stay-at-home days for students. School administrators sometimes work in the early morning hours to figure out if students can safely get to school that day. If there are a few concerning spots, Perry County Schools Transportation Director Shannon Hoskins says they would call off school instead of having buses go on different routes.
If there's any kind of safety issue, it'll be called off. We're not thinking about alternate routes or anything of that nature. When you deal with kids and safety issues, we're always going to be err on the side of caution.
Perry County is among several school districts that have already closed today. Some will be using an NTI day. School systems in Kentucky get up to 10 non-traditional learning days to utilize. You can find the latest list of school closings on WYMT.com and the WYMT News app. Just scan the QR code for a link to download the app. You can also sign up for breaking news alerts. The snow and cold did not stop Kentucky fans from rolling up their sleeves to donate blood. With 1 day left to go, Kentucky leads rival Tennessee in the Big Blue Crush blood drive. Nearly 2,000 Kentucky fans donated this week. You can donate at any Kentucky Blood Center, donor center, or mobile blood drive. Donors get shirts, ice cream coupons, and a chance to win tickets to the UK Louisville football game. The West Care Perry Klein Emergency Shelter in Pikeville is taking care packages to its people. The shelter works with area churches and partners to fill bags with items that unhoused people need to get through the winter weather while exposed to the elements. The bags include some of the things residents at the shelter told organizers they needed when they were out on the streets, and the shelter leaves them in the known locations where the people who need them will have access.
You know, we have blankets, a piece of cardboard for them to lay on, get them off the ground, keep them dry the best as possible. We've got jackets, something to eat, something to drink, and we've also incorporated directions to get to the shelter if these individuals would like to come here.
The bags have been delivered across county lines already as the weather cools down, and the Pikeville shelter is now a warming center for unhoused folks who need a place to get in from the cold. Kentucky State Police have provided some tips for being prepared ahead of the winter weather season. Troopers say to not be out on snowy or icy roads unless you absolutely have to be. They also urge you to have a winter emergency kit ready in the event you get stranded. This includes having a cell phone, a charger, blankets, jumper cables, and a windshield scraper. We have much more about this on our website, WYMT.com. Just click on this story. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, Trump makes a quick swap for his Attorney General pick as Matt Gaetz bows out of the cabinet.
Not only are we getting snow, but also those cold temperatures and very strong wind gusts. I'll have more information coming up.